Well, it's that time of year again, kinda. What's up, YouTubers one and all? Mine's Fate1987, and just like last year, we got ourselves another commission video from the Fire Brothers. This time it's much cheaper, and it's also easier. So, be prepared for possibly one of the biggest. No, this ain't big. This is like literally, that one was almost 2 movie hours. This is a fourth. This is basically a fourth of the time limit of the last one. So this video is from the Fire Brothers. I commissioned it with my Patreon, of course. This is ranking all 25 plus. Yes, you heard that right. 25 plus alt modes of Transformers movie studio series Megatron. As in this fucker right here. Look at him. So, we're going to basically do the reaction right now.
Hey guys,
Hopefully
the
there's no
Fire Brothers
ads.
here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he was arrested by Barricade due to a
Damn.
illegal Energon trading charge.
Speaking of which, quick plug, I got Barricade.
Powerful people.
Not sure if you noticed, but I got
anyways,
Barricade.
These are the jokes. I hope you guys are enjoying them. Now that we're taking a break from talking about news about Transformers 1, Transformers 9, and Reactivate, I'm gonna do a video talking about the one and only Studio Series Megatron and the many alternate modes this figure has. I don't think it will be a very inaccurate statement to say that Transformers Bumblebee movie Megatron is the most customizable Transformers figure of all time. If not, it's pretty up there. Ever since this figure was first announced, it has surprised us. You know, its release basically announced the Studio Series concept toy line, which basically opens the door for tons of characters that, while they didn't appear in the movies, there was tons of concept art, models, animatics, and all that jazz about them. There's also the fact that this is basically our Bumblebee movie / reboot universe Megatron, a character that we've been speculating for years.
That is a creepy ass smile.
Not only where he was, but how would he look like. And oh boy, this figure did not disappoint. It's generally considered to be one of Studio Series' best figures to date, and honestly, I wouldn't disagree. I personally don't have the figure myself. I really want to, so if someone wants to super chat me $50 so I can get it from Amazon, that'd be great. But today, we're gonna go over the many fan modes, alternate modes that people have made about this Megatron, and I'm gonna be ranking them from best to worst. It's a bit different from my usual type of video. I usually do explain betas and that kind of stuff, but Megatron here is a very unique / special case. So I thought it could be fun just taking a look at all the many wild transformations that people have turned him into. And before I go on, this is a Patreon sponsor video. It was one of my patrons, Shrinking Horn, that recommended I do this. So credit for the idea and for all the pictures in this video.
Hey! There's mine!
Then I'm gonna get my own power ranking as to how will I rank them from best to worst.
Okay.
Before we go on,
honestly, I'm pretty sure mine's gonna be CRD. I'm pretty sure. I made like 4 or 5 for this specific video, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be CRD. I'm pretty sure it's CRD. I might be surprised, who knows? Oh my god. That is cute.
But anyways, you also have a Patreon and channel membership, so consider donating if you feel like it. Okay, I'll stop.
Alright.
So our first mode will be just the robot mode. It's basically, you know, how it comes in the packaging, not much to say there. It's the basis for all alternate modes. To me, this is a very 10 out of 10 design. He might be cheating a bit since, you know, it's base mode. It's just how he was meant to look like by Hasbro officially. This Megatron design is just so sexy. I love it so much. I have literally no complaints with it. Then we have tank mode, also by Hasbro. I'll be honest, I do like the tank here. My only complaint is that it doesn't look very accurate to the concept art. But keep this bit of information in mind because it's going to become very relevant later.
Oh!
It looks maybe a tad bit too basic, but I don't mind it. I think it's just fine.
8 out of 10.
Next up, we got the jet mode. Again, another officially made alternate mode by Hasbro. So this is the last of the official ones. But as for the jet, I like it, but not that much. It almost looks like a laser beak in a weird type of way. But
yeah, I've heard that comparison.
It it doesn't really blow me away, but I'll give it like the tank an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Now,
Things are getting real tonight.
now this
Holy
is our
shit.
first alternate mode, our first fan-made alternate mode for him. And this is basically what kind of started everything, made by Reddit user Ivan Das MC. He made this alternate gun mode for Megatron, which is supposed to be a reference to the G1 Megatron.
There we
And the
go.
fact that this almost looks intentional. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know Hasbro said they're not doing gun Megatron anymore, but I mean, this just looks so good. It's honestly kind of surprising. Look, it even comes with the little trigger and everything.
Oh my
Though it doesn't
fucking
shoot
god.
anything. Honestly, I love the G1 reference here. I think this is fantastic, but I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 for creativity.
There we go.
Okay, this one's surprising. Elephant mode made by Hightail Creations, and I'm not gonna lie. If you had the trunk in there, it will look more like an elephant. If anything, this looks more like a bear. Am I okay with
Never mind, still he does have to.
Creations from YouTube and on Twitter. This is my first time seeing it, in all honesty. It is a little hard to see the elephant in it, but now that I see the trunk, I actually like it quite a bit. I was about to call this clickbait. We don't talk about those. I actually really like it.
Damn.
Being creative is definitely an elephant. I can totally see it now. 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Robots in Disguise 2001 Megatron Hand. Now again, look, all the alternate fan modes that people have made, some of these are better than others. Well, this does look like a hand. Oddly enough, it reminds me of that concept art for that scrap Transformers Age of Extinction sequel movie.
Oh
I
shit.
don't like it quite as much because I mean, you just say hand, but I only see.
I
four
actually
fingers.
I've never
I know,
seen
like,
that
the
art, so
little
that was a
thing
little.
could be the thing about it. I feel like that's a stretch. Some of these alternate modes are not made equally. Some of these are better than others. But I can see what they were going for
Wait.
here. Do I like it?
Hold up, was that a hint, huh?
It's not something I feel that you're gonna want to turn your Megatron into. And this was made by Hansel Creations again, same guy. I'm gonna have to give this a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Next up, we got Spider Tank, also made by Hightail Creations. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like this one.
Wait, huh?
Okay, maybe it's the photography. I think it's definitely the photography, but it looks like it can even be like man up by someone like Zombie here is using.
Okay, you know what?
As a turret, and that's what I like so much about this. It looks so cool. I honestly have no complaints about it. If this was Megatron's actual, replacement for the gun mode in the movie universe, I wouldn't mind it. I'd be like, if anything, I think this is cool. So I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Actually, I
Okay.
really like it. It's simple but elegant. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna take some of these for the first time, okay, guys? I haven't looked at them until this recording, but it's ostrich. Yes, seriously. Also made by Hightail Creations on YouTube.
The
But
Death
as
Ostrich
far
is
as
based off of
I definitely see
2001.
the ostrich here more than I saw the elephant. So God, it looks so weird. Oh my God! Wait, what to say about this?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna give the ostrich a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yes, I know it's ridiculous, but come on, it's wow. Okay, next up we got the Tumbler Tank, which is trying to recreate the artwork that we saw for Studio Series Megatron, the one where where the little designs that the people behind Studio Series made. And this honestly looks like a more accurate tank, and for that reason, I kind of like it, because between this tank and the tank for the concept art, I kind of like the tank for the concept art a bit more.
Yeah,
I might be the minority
same.
on this, but I think this looks cool. Like, it's the kind of thing that gives you mobility, and it looks slick. Like, it looks alien enough to be a tank, and I like that. That's actually one of the reasons why I like the Bumblebee movie Seeker so much. The triangle jet plane makes them look so weird and alien. They don't look like Earth jets. They actually look
Tetrajet.
alien
That's what
without,
they call it.
looking like a bunch of like meshed up metal, which a lot of the Beavers was. So I actually like this quite a bit. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Then we have Metal Gear Rex, made by Yutu Tasako. And yes, I guess this is a Metal Gear reference. I feel like just for that alone, I should give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, this looks actually kind of sick. Like, it definitely looks like a Metal Gear mech. I don't know, like, it looks cool. I just don't love it that much, alright? Like, it looks kind of weird.
I can see.
As a fan, I think it looks quite cool. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Next up, we got Submarine, made by Discord and Twitter user RJC Madness. This looks interesting. It honestly looks more like a jet to me. Like, I would have not gotten Submarine have you not told me about it. I like it, but I
Yeah.
don't like it that much. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Next up, we have the animated helicopter mode. Now, this one's kind of cheating since you do require the leader animated Megatron soul to recreate this look, which surprisingly enough seems to be compatible with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie version. Other than that, this looks cool. It definitely looks more like animated than anything. But again, it is kind of cheating because you do need an accessory to make this fan mode. So I want to give it a 10 out of 10 because I love animated and I love this reference. And the fact that that fits so well is insane. But again, it is cheating because it's an accessory. So I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10, unfortunately.
Okay.
Next up, we got the alternate jet, which is a variation of the jet mode, honestly. I like this more than the base jet mode. The base jet mode didn't do it for me. It looked too compact, too small. This makes him look a whole lot taller, kind of like an actual jet. It's wider, but I don't know. Actually, no, I like it more than the jet mode, but I still not sure if I will rank it a 10 out of 10. I actually give it a 9 out of 10. I personally like it a lot, but at least from what I'm seeing, I'm not entirely convinced by its look. Next up, we got turret, which, I mean, yeah, to be fair, we kind of had a few turrets here, and I feel like this looks a tad bit too similar to the pistol, in all honesty, just without the trigger and, like, the handle to hold it. It looks cool. This definitely does look like a Cybertron turret. Like, this actually totally brings back memories of, like, those concepts that Last Open will make, and it would be like a turret shotgun with Cybertron. Like, I think that when I see this.
Oh.
That's what I really like about it. However, I feel like it's too similar to the gun mode, so I can't give it that high of a rating. So I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. And then we have alternate gun mode from TFW 2005 user Carodan. Again, this looks way too similar to the gun. I don't know if I like the gun better than this. I mean, the gun looks more practical, like I actually see someone holding it. However, this gun looks not as practical. There's not a clear trigger. I mean, there's one there, but it's so tiny. I don't like it as much. I feel like it's trying to replicate greatness, and that's what I don't like about it so much. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Sorry, Carodan. And next up, we got the Tetrajet, which is, I think it's trying to replicate like the Seekers from Cybertron, which,
yes,
I like that. It's trying its best. Maybe the picture, the angle here is not the best, at least in the picture I'm looking at. But it's trying. But that's just it. I think it's trying, but I don't think it's succeeding all the way there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10 as well.
I think I should have given more pictures or the links.
Not as much. Next up, we have Jetpack for Studio Series 38 Bumblebee Movie Optimus. Again, by TFW 2005 user Carodan. And now, this man has blown it all apart. The fact that you can turn Megatron into a jet, and the fact that it looks this good, is honestly surprising. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but the thing is that as we go later down the iceberg, you'll see that people have recreated this look, but to better effects. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to also give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like I'm being so mean to Carodan. Carodan, my man, if you're watching this video, I am so sorry. But to me, it almost looks like he's about to fall down, and that's why I don't want to give it that high of a score. But next up, we have Jetpack for Studio Series 102 Optimus by Twitter user SmokingGray775. Now, this looks cool. When I first saw this, I legitimately thought this was an upgrade cake for Optimus Prime. It wasn't until I read the comments where I found out that this was actually Megatron turned into a jetpack for Optimus Prime. And the fact that he holds the gun and it reminds me of the Skybound comics where he's all like, how do you feel about going on the offensive?
Oh my god!
This is so unbelievably cool. I love it. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I think this is the jetpack from before, but perfected. Next up, we got Transformers Prime Old Mode. Now, I think this is probably what I really want on my alternate Megatron fan modes. I want them to actually look like it's intentional and not there's a bunch of parts missing. The problem with the other jets was that if you look at the back, you clearly see like there was a big chunk of it missing. But this is compact enough, and it kind of blends in both vehicle modes enough that it looks like its own thing. It's supposed to mimic Transformers Prime, which, I mean, not entirely. If you didn't name this after Transformers Prime, I feel like this could stand even better by itself. But honestly, I really like this. It's a nice combination between the two vehicle modes. If this was Megatron's flying mode, I would have no problems with it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I actually really like this. Next up, we have alternate stock tank mode, made by TFW.5 user Dachan. And honestly, I like it. I guess I don't like it as much as the jet mode. I definitely do like it though. It's trying to blend in both vehicle modes and even the concept art one to some degree. I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm gonna have to give this one a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Next up we have Cybertronian Beetle animated mode made by Discord, TFOS5, and YouTuber Fatelift. Which, yeah, okay, Fatelift is the guy who made this video. But I'm not gonna let his generous donation to my Patreon discourage me from maybe trashing some of his old modes.
It's fine.
Get a good look at this one. Again, I can see it's trying to replicate the alternate mode to animate it. It looks a tad bit weird without the helicopter blades, but unlike the last one that actually had to kind of cheat and use the helicopter rotor blades, not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I'm just saying. This one almost stands by its own. It doesn't give me helicopter vibes. It gives me like a weird jet mode, almost like Jetfire's vehicle mode, actually, the Blackbird from the movies. It kind of reminds me of that. I actually really like it, and I wouldn't mind rocking this when going into alternate mode, like saying, yeah, this is Megatron's jet alternate mode. I actually really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Next up, we have the Orbital Assault Carrier, first configuration hovering attack mode, which, Jesus, you really have to name it that long. Made by Fatelift again. I don't know much of what I'm looking at. When you look at this, it almost, for some weird reason, reminds me of Dark of the Moon Laserbeak, the toy.
Oh my god.
At least the upper section does. But not only do I not exactly know what I'm looking at, but at the same time, it looks like Megatron just is like mid-transformation. I think that's the thing that I don't like about this.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna have
one.
to give it a 4 out.
Yeah, I knew it.
So we have the Orbital Assault Carrier configuration too. Apparently, this is supposed to be like cruising, strafing attack mode. Again, this still looks a lot like the previous one, and I didn't really like that from the start. And it almost looks like a train, at least the front of it does. I like it a bit more. I still can't explain what it is.
Train.
The description. And I feel like that's the killer for me. But I like it a bit more, so I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. And then we have the last one of the Assault Carrier little trilogy, we'll call it. And honestly, I think this is definitely the strongest one of all of them.
Oh,
like,
really?
This is apparently supposed to be like a speeder from Star Wars, more or less, in which he's supposed to actually be on the move. And I like the front of it. I don't like the back of it, like the hands just being loose up there. This could almost pass for a train. Almost. I like it, but I just don't like it that much. I'm gonna have to like bump up the score by 1 again and give it a 6 out of 10. Then we have the Mecha/Dino Godzilla mode, again made by Fatelift. I actually really like this one.
Wait, huh?
And more maybe touches here and there. I feel like this could be probably a very solid, like weird dinosaur ult mode for Megatron. And honestly, he could probably be a good pterodactyl, like Pterosaur. It's because of like the little head that I get more bird vibes from this than dinosaur vibes. Which, I mean, yeah, dinosaur, birds, it's the same thing you could say. I know someone's gonna get some more with me in the comments, but still, I actually really like this one. I feel like this is heading into a right direction. It's just not quite there yet. Also, maybe the angle Fatelift chose wasn't the best, so there's that too.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I actually feel like...
Hey, yo!
Next up, we have a hover tank by the Chan on Til All Are One. Now, I actually really like this. I definitely do get tank vibes from this, which is a plus. And it looks distinct enough from the base tank until the ones I see. This is like what Fatelift was doing, but actually, taken to its maximum. Everything just looks compact and like it belongs. Nothing's like hanging uselessly. So I actually really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Then we have a Terminator-style turret, also by the Chan, the mad lad from TFW 2005.
Damn.
This honestly looks really good. I'm not sure if I like him as much as the turrets, but it's definitely on the same line of thinking here. I'm actually gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. I like it, but not that much. And lastly, we have another alternate jet. And honestly, this is probably the most streamlined out of all the jets I have seen. I know we've seen something similar like to this earlier in the video, but this one actually looks honestly official. Like, if you were to tell me this is actually official, I would probably believe it. It's the jet mode, but it actually looks more, I don't know, intimidating and bigger, which I feel like is what the jet mode for Megatron is missing. So I'm actually going to give this a 9 out of 10 as well. I actually really like this for a base Megatron jet mode. But yeah, guys, in total, that's 28 alternate modes for Megatron. And keep in mind, these are the ones that people have, made up till now. Maybe after I release this video, it's going to inspire a new resurgence of people also wanting to mod this figure. Because apparently, it's surprisingly easy to alternate Megatron into a variety of things. At least no one has made him into a toilet yet. But now you guys are probably wondering, and the point of this video is to
no, oh god.
I'm gonna rank these from my least favorite all the way to my most favorite.
Oh?
So, yeah. At the very bottom, it will definitely be the Orbital Assault Carrier. I just can't tell what it is. Don't like it as much. Next, we'll have the Orbital Assault Carrier Part 2. Again, What I said about
I
the
knew
first
it.
one also applies to the second one. Then we have the submarine, which, but yeah, it's cool and all. If you told me that the submarine, I wouldn't have guessed. All right. Then we have Orbital Assault Carrier 3. Facelift, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
But I get
It's
it.
fine.
It just doesn't look that interesting to me, and I don't like some of the parts that are just kind of hanging. And then we have the hand. It's cool in concept. I feel like you're kind of, stretching it there.
I'm not upset. I understand. I understand some of these I rushed.
It's cool, but I feel like others have made it much better. The alternate stock tank mode, again, it's cool. I just don't think it quite lives up to the hype. The jetpack for Studio Series 38, again, it's cool. I really like it. It's just that other people have made it better. The Tetra Jet, maybe it's the angle of the picture, but to me, it doesn't look much like a Tetra Jet.
Yeah,
Maybe
I need to give you different angles.
Different, I will rank it a bit higher. But as it stands, I just don't find it that impressive. The turret is actually kind of cool, but again, I just seen a better one earlier in the video. Then we have the Dino mode. I actually really like this one. I feel like it's the weakest out of the 8. I see the potential here, and I think it's onto something. It's not quite there yet, but I really do like the direction to set it. Then we have Metal Gear Rex, which again, it's a very obvious reference and something very simple that surprisingly not a lot of people had thought of. And honestly, it fits so well. I just could not help but not give it an 8 out of 10. Then we have the base jet and the base tank. Again, this is kind of cheating as to how Hasbro made them. I think they look cool. They just don't quite blow me out of the water. Next up, we got the hover tank. Honestly, this looks really cool. And I would kind of like this to be like Megatron's base tank mode instead of the one from Hasbro.
I kind of knew the orbital assault ones were the worst, but I wasn't expecting the Dino one to be light. I really wasn't.
But the extension will also have the alternate jet mode, which, well, it might be a little similar to TFP alt mode, just with, inverse directions. You actually like it just as much. Then we have the alternate jet, which again, much like the other ones, it's just a matter of preference at this point. I think alternate jets look solid. The animated helicopter, again, it is kind of cheating, but it looks so well. It's honestly insane. Though I have to admit that this is a bit of cheating, because if you don't have the animated leader class Megatron, this figure is like unattainable for you. Next up, we have the ostrich, which I have to give it a 9 out of 10 just for the meme factor alone and the fact that it works so well. Next up, we have the Spire Tank, which, it might be the photography, swaying me to give it a 9 out of 10, but the fact that it almost looks like all of the Decepticons can use it, so, shoot at Autobots in the distance, just makes the kid inside me be like, yes, good. I need to give it a 9 out of 10. Then we have the elephant, which is one of those that it just works, so 9 out of 10. And then we have the 10 out of 10s. Including jetpack for Studio Series 102, which honestly, at this point, it doesn't even look like Megatron. It looks like an upgrade kit. And when you made it that far, in which I can't even tell this is actually a separate figure, I think you sir did something right. Then we have the gun mode, which, it's Megatron as a gun. It looks so natural. It looks almost intentional to the point that I feel like Hasbro might do some suing. So you know what? 10 out of 10. And finally, we have the robot mode, which again is just sex. But yeah, guys.
There we go.
My video for Studio Series Megatron and its many, many alternate modes. Man, this guy can transform into so many things. And I bet that after I release this video, people are going to want to make their own different versions of Megatron. If you guys want to submit anything, put it on the Discord server. And maybe in the future, if we get like 30 more modes, I will make a part 2 of this video ranking more.
30 more.
Or I could even do another video going over some more fan designs. I know people like to custom transform the Transformers into things that they were never really intended. Toilet brawn.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Out of all these Megatrons, which one's your favorite? Have you ever, custom alternate fan molded your own Transformers?
Honestly, this is my first time.
That you've never seen before, you never even
Holy
done.
fucking
Let me know in the
shit!
comments down
What
below
was
if you guys
that
would like to see
thing?
me do another, fan mode video, ranking them from best to worst. This was actually a pretty fun video to make, because, some of these are so insane and some of these are just ridiculous. But you know what? I love it. I love it when the fans, use their own creativity to make some really wild stuff like this. I think this is one of the best parts of the Transformers fandom that gets, unfortunately, not brought up as much. But, yeah, that's gonna be it for this
I'm
video,
hoping
guys.
he reviews
Hopefully
Finest
you enjoy.
Hour soon.
As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, here's the end of the video.
Stuff that the algorithm likes so much. And I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our super incredible Patreons and channel members. members: Scout, James Newbold, Crawley 666, TF Cypher, Legend of Soup, King Sparta, Crazy T-Rex, Orion 64 Studios, Wenso, Inferno 65, Super Sailors Homer Hedgehogs, Xavier the God, Stage Productions, Drakey Horn 45,
There we go.
Lordo,
There's
and
me.
King Hunter Plays. And also our channel members, Lordo,
I understand. I totally understand. And you know what? I'm fine. I knew that I rushed some of those, but I was just like in the heat of it. I was like, you know what? I want to do something.
Or a patron, you get access to exclusive videos I haven't released yet. You get to collab with me in some of my videos if you so choose to, and access to channel
I guess it's
exclusive
also
emojis
the
and a bunch of other stuff. You also get a shout out to your channel in the description down below. So be sure to check out those guys, because a lot of them are up and coming YouTubers who need
the
all
angles
help
that I have.
But keep in mind,
I
this is
might need
entirely
to take
optional.
more angles
Freedom
and
is the
whatnot.
right of all sentient beings. Thank you guys for your support. It's much appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.
Alright. So, there's the end of the video. Mute. Alright, I'm gonna see what the comments say. Newest first. People already are saying, wait, what the heck? Triple changer, quadruple changers. And there's the new Gigatron, Megatron. Clever humor. Damn, people are giving you. Oh god, no. 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 Oh my god. I love how this video challenges conventional thinking, encourages critical reflect. You know what? That's a good point. That is honestly a good point. Also, 22 comments already for just this much. Like, alright, I gotta make my comment and I gotta end this video. I gotta say, I fucking love this one. I really did. I didn't think this one would turn out, and I knew from the get-go that some of my modes were shit, and you know what? my orbital assault was the very bottom of the list, so you know what? I really don't. I honestly, I might not do that one at all, but if you guys really want the video, want that so much, tell me in the comment section below. The Dino mode and the VTOL mode, I was not expecting to actually be higher up on the list. I was not expecting it to, especially the Dino mode. That one was made directly after I finished with the Orbital Assault Carrier, which was shit, to be honest. And I was doing it because, well, I thought Dark of the Moon, like Megatron has like some weird angles when transformed. So I thought, you know what, try to, you know, emulate the guns or whatever. But it kind of failed. The Dino mode apparently didn't, though, and neither did my first ever alternate mode that I made, which is shocking, to say the least. Yeah, you can't perfect perfection. I think the most I perfected on this figure was, in fact, that VTOL mode. I don't think I'm going to get higher than that, but you know what? I don't care. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, because I'm trying to get to, you know what, I'm really not caring about subscribers. I'm just trying to, you know, get my channel up more. If you liked the video or enjoyed it, please consider clicking notifications bell for updates and videos, such as this one. And as always, Til All Are One. This was a good-ass video, I'm not gonna lie. I really did enjoy this. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad at all. I need to reflect on what is and what is not a good alt mode, and well, maybe during a stream, maybe during some time I'll be like, frick it, I'll do like other alt modes, but for now, this is it. Bye.